the Ole Miss game can kind of do that to you. But I think that's a one-off game. And I thought, for the most part against LSU, they were right there in the third quarter, and, then you make that turnover. You're going to have to play, a perfect game against the team that's got, as much firepower as Texas does. And, they've got good defensive linemen. I noted that in, when I wrote. And that's a problem, but it's been a roller coaster, and it's been up and down. You would think that they would, gathered all the horses, for this game, and this is a big one. But it's still going to require that they do extraordinary stuff as far as avoid penalties and avoid turnovers. And I was listening to y'all earlier, and you talk about run the ball. I don't think you got to run it for 200, but you got to keep them honest. It's just like Brian Kelly said after the game. We knew they weren't running it. We came after them. And you've got to be able to do that. Yeah.
Well, that's been the thing really on offense, and it can disrupt any offense. But particularly this year, Taylen Green, under pressure, forcing turnovers, have just led to abysmal things for Arkansas when they have protected better, been able to run it a little bit. It's such a massive difference. It's not a slight difference. Like the way that offense opens up and can be explosive, if you can run it a little bit and be able to protect him to where he's able to sort of get into a little bit of a rhythm. Petrino gets into a rhythm as a play caller. It's not just a little thing. It ends up being a massive thing.
Well, you've got to be able to run the ball first, though. I mean, if you can't run the ball, don't think you're going to be able to pass protect. I mean, they're going to go hand in hand. If you're getting
it's as simple as that.
If you're getting stuffed on the run, they're going to be chasing your quarterback all day too.
And on the other side, they're one of the most experienced offensive lines in college football. They're up for the offensive line award this year, which is
Joe Moore.
Yeah,
Award.
the Joe Moore Award. They're one of the teams that are listed as a finalist or semifinalist for that.
Yeah, Tommy Kraft just texted me. There's only one Arkansans working in the SEC. That's a paltry number. There's some others working their way up in the Sun Belt that hope to get there. But man, that's a bad sign. If if there's not Arkansans, multiple Arkansans working in the SEC.
Why? What are your like? Give me more. I don't understand.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why would you think it would be a good sign?
Well, I don't know that it impacts games, though.
I think that you want balance. You want representation. You want somebody at the table. You want Arkansas guys working these other games. They're not going to work Arkansas games, and well they might. They can work an Arkansas game if they're not a University of Arkansas grad. But you want everybody held accountable.
Well, we do need that. I brought this up earlier, Clay. Do you think we should be able
better to hold them accountable than to somebody that's from your state?
Does it work like that?
Well, I think it does. Yeah, I think Coach Bull certainly thought it did.
Yeah,
I defer to him on that topic.
We got on the topic talking about how all the officials used to be from Texas. They played in the Southwest Conference in Arkansas.
Now they're all from
Alabama.
Now they're all from Alabama. Well, what are you think Arkansas can hang in this game, or what are we going to see on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. When I look at what Texas has done this year, I get the look is that they're really talented. But when I see their body of work, it is not all that impressive. I don't think there's anything to say. When they beat Michigan, yeah, that sounded like it's defending national champs. They were playing on the road, but they're not any good, guys. And when you look at who they've played, I mean, they gave them cupcakes. I mean, it's like Arkansas did as well against Mississippi State as Texas did, and in some ways better. So, Georgia thumped them pretty good. I mean, they ran the ball on them. There just isn't the picture that this is a juggernaut of a Texas team. I think if you get them, you have some success, and you can get them to doubt in themselves, and you have a chance at the game. Now, there's a reason why they're a two-touchdown favorite. They've got great wide receivers. They've got a great throwing game. They can protect. They've got ability to rush the passer. They've got all the stuff, but they just haven't gone out and played, a bunch of top SEC teams. They got a schedule that I can't believe that's what they gave them this year.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Well, they rolled out the red carpet for him. I mean, they just did.
Screw them.
And they made Oklahoma.
In case you wonder.
They made Oklahoma face the reality of a real SEC
They walked the gauntlet.
schedule.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
It's not anything. In fact, you can say, well, that's one of the toughest teams they played, Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma's they're not, they don't have it this year.
Boy, Oklahoma just came out and gave Brent Venables the vote of confidence.
The firing freeze, man.
weren't keeping
There's
him.
no,
It is a firing
There
freeze.
is a firing freeze in the SEC.
I think that when you look at where college football is headed and the amount of money that's going to be needed to share the revenue with players and add more scholarships, no one's real hip about paying off coaches. The same thing going on in Florida. If you've got a buyout, a significant buyout, two things. One, you got to pay off your coach and his coaches, and then you got to pay off a buyout of staff that you're going to bring in, head coach and coordinators. That's going to be owed. Nobody has that kind of cash, or at least they're like, man, we better save it for something else.
I don't think people realize, in all honesty, I include myself in this, I don't think we realize yet what a cataclysmic moment we are in right now in college football, in college sports, with the paying of players. It's going to change everything, from how often a coach gets fired to who you go hire when he's gone, how much you pay him, how much the buyout is, whether or not an assistant gets a 2-year. There's all kinds of things that are going to change that we accept as commonplace. And it's all because schools are on the hook for $20 to $25 million they've not budgeted for.
Clay, JT misunderstands you, and that happens. I think he misunderstood you. He said that Clay is saying we need help from the refs to be successful in Arkansas. I don't think is that what you were saying?
No,
Just give
what
me a
I'm
chance to
saying is
clarify.
that we want equal representation. We want to make sure that the replays are done right. I don't want calls that aren't right. I don't want calls that are wrong. As long as it's fair, that's all I want. But so when you have a situation where none of the referees are from Arkansas, and then you get a series of bad calls, what do you think? That's the feeling that you're left, is that it's all stacked against you. So let's eliminate that issue. Let's make it where it's all on the up and up, where that the league is concerned about having referees from all not from all schools, but from all states. And then there can be no doubt. Let's erase all that. And yeah, it might be paranoia, but there's also some real truth to the fact that your state needs to be represented.
I think maybe they just need to say you can't hire a referee if they were born, have lived, married into anyone that lives in an SEC state. You got to be from somewhere else.
They don't have enough refs.
Yeah, probably not.
Clay,
We just need aliens, yeah.
enjoy your Wednesday. Thanks for that.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Clay.
I'll see y'all Saturday.
All right.
I'll have
All right,
I'll be
I'll be
dressed up.
there.
Won't be in burnt orange.
I'll be looking for you.
I'll look for you.
forward to catching up. Clay,
Thank you,
thanks so
Clay.
much. Clay Henry, friend
Hall
of
of
the show,
Famer.
without question, Hall of Famer, and always good to have on the show. Hey, by the way, before we hit the break and come back and take some calls, if you have trouble sleeping, maybe you have sleep apnea, you don't wear a CPAP machine because you don't like it, it's uncomfortable. I know people like this, tired all the time, fall asleep in the middle of the day. I mean, it's a big deal. And if you don't get the sleep you need, it really can increase your health issues. It can raise your risk for really bad things to happen. Like, this is an issue that people need to be aware of. And Dr. Scotty Bolding has kind of made it his mission to help Arkansas understand you can breathe better and you don't have to have a CPAP machine. You can actually have a surgical alternative that can open your airway and really change the way you breathe. If you think you struggle from sleep apnea or just can't sleep, it could be how you're breathing. Breathe better. Call Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine at 479-755-3000 or just log on to their website, Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine, and see what options are available to you. Arkansas, we can breathe better. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Rick's in Fayetteville. Rick, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's a privilege to talk with you guys, and I love the Razorbacks.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweating 'em Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatingthemcosmetic.com and click on the Sweating 'em Edge.
I like craft beer. I do. You guys always think I'm like the biggest dork on the face of the earth.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours. Or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Witz Marine, your authorized Mercury dealer, is ready to take care of your winterization needs. With cold weather just around the corner, be sure and get your Mercruiser stern drives drained and flushed with antifreeze. For those with outboards, it's a great time to change the oil and service the lower unit. Plus, treat your fuel for a trouble-free next season. Don't get caught this winter. It's also a great time to repower the old boat with a new reliable Mercury engine. That's Witz Marine, your authorized repower center. 823 North 11th next to Wheeler Power Sports in Fort Smith.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, football, and family, which makes it the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart, your family's #1 tire store. Southern Tire Mart is your trusted partner for top quality tires, professional services, and competitive pricing. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is ready for anything fall brings your way. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
You're listening to The Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
See, I've got this image of Clay in the fly shop by himself with a lot to say and nobody to talk to. And that and that
the dog.
And he's got the
dog looks at me. She looks at me like, "Would you just shut up?"
And so Clay starts just tweeting stuff out, and texting stuff out.
No, it's not tweeting.
All right,
There's
texting.
no
texting.
We need you on Twitter.
Texting and Facebook.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We back on video?
Here we are.
Is that the deal? We
Yeah,
missed the 7 o'clock hour. We missed,
we're back.
hey, if you missed the 7 o'clock hour on video, first off, you missed a lot.
Yeah.
And secondly, it will be available on the podcast and all that stuff. You can go
You
back
missed
and
the
see
show.
what you missed.
Yeah, you always.
Yeah.
Like yesterday was a big day, because some people missed the Brian from Ozark conversation. That again, he just he ran off and then
Well, he
started
got mad.
violently texting.
He got mad.
On the text line,
He did.
877
His emotions
377
got the best of him.
6963. Oh, yeah. And I don't know if he'll be back.
He'll be
I think
back.
he called in. I think he called in.
He'll
Did he
be
call into other
back.
shows? I don't know. I kind of felt bad. Like as a human, I felt bad.
I was looking over my shoulder.
I don't
last
really look
night.
at Brian as a human, but yesterday I kind of took a
I
step
was,
back after the show, and I'm like, oh, he's a human.
I closed my garage door quickly when I got home last night. I didn't want anybody
The car
sneaking
was still
in.
running?
Yeah, it was still running. And I got into the safe
You're that
confines
guy.
of my own.
Chuck is that guy. Before the neighbor can come out and say anything,
That's
he's got
exactly
the garage
right,
door
man.
shutting before
That's
the car
exact-
turns off.
Don't think about coming to say hello to me.
I don't have. I got to take a nap. I don't have time for this.
No, we're not going to visit today.
Brent is in Searcy. Brent, good morning. Go ahead, Edward. Before we go to Brent, who's been holding for 2 hours, go ahead. This is Brian yesterday. That was Brian yesterday. Brent, good morning.
Good morning, Chuck and Bo.
Brent.
Talk to us.
Brent.
Yes.
Go for it. Yep, go. Fire away.
I want to tell you guys how much I appreciate your show. We may not always agree, but y'all let me say what I have to say. Unlike some show that's on 4 to 7 on some other network.
Did they cut you off?
Okay.
Did they cut you off yesterday?
Are you talking about the Sonic Blast?
Were you on Drive Time Sports yesterday? and
Brent.
they, like kicked you out?
In Searcy.
I was on Drive Time Sports the day before yesterday and yesterday. And, you know, if I want to be preached to, I go to church every Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Or 9. Or 9:30.
You
or
were
10,
talking to
10,
Rick,
11.
weren't you? You got into it with Rick, didn't you?
Did Rick swear at you?
No, I think he's too good to swear at anybody.
Did he challenge your faith?
Pretty close. Because he was telling me...
Who could have seen that coming?
He had the gall to tell me if I didn't like what was going on with the Razorbacks, I could quit giving and quit going. He doesn't understand that, Chuck, you know how much I bleed red in hogs, right?
Yes, I do. I do, yes.
And you know I love them.
I know you do.
And you know I love them.
I know.
And you know I'm going to be there come heck or high water.
Heck.
If I can possibly get
Or
there.
hell.
Or
Either,
hail.
either one.
Or hail.
They're not going to take away my fandom for the Razorback. And I just want you to know, you guys are the best because y'all let me vent sometimes, and sometimes you don't agree with me, and that's good. I like the challenge. And then the gall yesterday, a person called in behind me and said I didn't understand football of today.
Well, what happened? What happened, Brent?
Yeah, walk us through it, man.
Did Rick
Walk
say
us
you
through
weren't a
it.
Christian because you smoke? I mean, what really happened here?
Did you tell him you were smoking a heater while you were talking to him?
I mean, wait, I feel left out. I mean, you've dragged us into this. Can you tell us what happened?
Do you want me to tell you the whole story?
Yes, that's what we're begging for it. The whole story, yes.
Okay.
Listen here, mister.
Listen, mister. I
Listen
want to hear
here.
the whole
Listen
story.
here. Okay. Tuesday, I called in to ask a question of Trey Biddy, and he came on and said he's heard from reliable sources that Coach Pittman will be here no matter what next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, Trey, thank you for ruining my day. I hope let me say this. I hope Sam Pittman's here, because that means we've had a good year, right? And I hope he's here. And my thought was, okay, Trey, if we go 5-7 again or 6-6, we're keeping him for another year. We're going to have to up him for another 5. I said, where is our program? I'm concerned about where our program is headed. And that got Rick all confused and discombobulated. And he told me that I didn't have to be a Razorback fan, and I bleed Razorback through and through, you know. And that just then I get other people calling in, telling me I don't understand Razorback. I understand Razorback football. I've got my family's lived it. They've lived coaching. They're coaching, Chuck, you know, coaching was our family business. That would be an accurate statement, wouldn't it?
It would.
And then yesterday, I called in to Trey Biddy to ask another question. I said, "Are you? I just don't think our staff values Arkansas recruiting Arkansas prospects, and that sent them over the freaking edge. I'm just going to tell you." Wow. I said, "Case in point, we've got a quarterback. We can just go with quarterback."
Hey,
the young man that's at Auburn.
We asked for the story. We did. But story time's up.
Drake wins. Okay.
They're sending me to break.
It.
They're sending me to break, and we understand your frustration. And here's what I heard you say, Brent. I can be a Razorback fan and still not agree with other people. That seems perfectly logical to me.
That's right, and I'm going to still keep giving and keep going.
Yeah.
Even though my niece is going to be at Ole Miss next year, I'm going to go to a few Ole Miss games and go to a Razorback game. So it's all good.
Sounds like you're cheating a little bit. Who had Brent having an affair with Ole Miss? 8:33. Good morning.
It's with Rick Schaefer. That's awesome.
Hey, I can disagree and still support the Razorbacks, and I can still smoke and go to church. That's what that whole call boiled down to. 8:33. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. It's good to hear you back on the radio, man. I missed you in the afternoons, and you guys seem to be gelling right along. So it's good to hear both of you on morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Is your hot water heater letting you down? No one likes cold showers. We want to be able to count on our hot water. And that's why Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric has an offer that comes with the peace of mind I value. Get this. For just $17.76, you can get a 40 to 50-gallon water heater fully supplied and installed by their licensed and insured technicians backed by a comprehensive warranty. For less than $2,000? Yeah, price check it. It's a deal. Just log on to gopascal.com and don't worry about hot water anymore. Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
Touchdown, Arkansas! We fought back. We took a punch, and we answered back. He's going to go! Johnson's at midfield, and there he goes! 98 yards. I saw it, but I'm not sure I believe it.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jasco Graphics, 16 years in the industry. Cecil, this is the one-stop shop.
Yes, Jasco Graphics Design, the one-stop shop, 2415 Midland, for your customer buck order.
Why ESPN 95.3?
I really enjoy listening in, and it keeps my day going while I'm at work. Jasco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jasco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Catch your wife kissing Santa Claus, whose real name is Bobby from down the street? Want to know your rights in a divorce, custody, child support case? I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call me today to discuss your options. Start the new year off with a new lease on life for you, and let Santa have her. Mock Legal Solutions, 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus!
This is Ricky Young with Mr. Cabbage Head and the Screaming Radishes, vegetable-related rock for a healthier lifestyle. When we have any problem at all, we call 782-8940.
It's a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Get ready for the biggest sporting event of the year in the Arklahoma area. Modern Gun Deer Season 2024 and Jelco Outdoors has everything you need to have a great hunt. Hunting clothing and boots, rifles, ammo, tree stands, ground blinds, cover scents, feeders, knives, rangefinders, and everything you need for all the family to have a great deer season. Jelco wishes all the hunters good luck and safe hunting. From your friends at Jelco Outdoors in Fort Smith.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Are holidays stressful for you? Hey, Ty Richardson for the Whippoorwill. The Newmeyers would love to take care of some of that stress by providing you an awesome Thanksgiving dinner. Call the Whippoorwill at 479-769-2095 for the best Thanksgiving catering you've ever had. Smoked turkey breast, dressing, mashed potatoes, and turkey gravy with all the fixins. The Newmeyers' newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, taking care of your holiday this year.
Seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I really appreciate freshness.
Yeah.
Just in general, across the board.
I know you do. When I think of Bo, I think of fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yep.
Chuck.
Yep. You know what they got in Texas?
Buc-ee's.
Steers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beavis.
Yeah. A Bevo.
Why not go with Beavis?
Yeah, Beavis, Butthead, Bevo.
It's going to be
it's all relative.
Yeah. You got the beef.
Make the prediction, Bart, real quick before we go to Kentucky hate tweets.
Yeah, I want to hear some of these
Kentucky fans hating on Cal and Arkansas and whatever, or just taking shots. But real quick prediction, Bart. What kind of crowd will we see Saturday morning for this massive rivalry game? I kind of kid because I'm curious. Like, I'm still trying to get a read on how much of a rivalry, big game feel this actually has to our fan base. There are some games you just refuse to miss. Like, you just refuse to miss. Like, you're like, sorry, I can't go to your wedding. Right. Sorry, I mean, this will be. I'm gonna have to miss deer hunting.
That's on you. That's
like,
on
I'm
you for having
sorry.
a wedding during football
whatever.
season.
No, I mean, but there's, you know what I mean. It's
topic.
an event. It's an event. Like there's just certain games you're not going to miss.
Right.
And we're a big event state. Like when those moments occur, I mean, maybe everybody is, but when those moments occur, like you go into that, it's electric. Is that going to happen on Saturday?
So many people, Bart.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a great crowd. I think it's going to be a full stadium. I think it's going to be a capacity crowd. I hate that this game is at 11 a.m.
That's a lot of hate.
That's Arkansas, Texas. Put it in prime time. Let's go. Let's get it right.
11 a.m. is prime time.
There will
11
be
a.m. is
empties.
not prime time.
There will be a few empties, but it'll be primarily students. You watch. The areas where you see the top level there will be the student top level. That'll be the
and
areas
it might be like a late arriving crowd because people are trying to get that last beverage in at the tailgate before kickoff.
Or beat the traffic.
Or beat the traffic. It's a horrible time slot for a game like this. And
you can't blame it on the time slot. The time slot's a great time slot. If you win the game, you get all the eyeballs. You get all the eyeballs. I understand what you're saying. I'm giving you another side of it, though. Like, we can't sit around and complain about that. If you want to have an impact on the game, you want to create an atmosphere, if it's a game you can't miss, you go when the freaking game's played.
Sure.
And you don't get there 30 minutes late.
Look, I understand
look, I'm not telling anybody how to spend it. Don't spin this into don't tell me. It's up to me as a fan. I'm just letting you know, or I'm actually asking. Is it that kind of game for you? But if it is, then get there and make it that. Don't be like, you know what, I think I'm going to get in there, mid-second quarter after I finish a late brunch. Then you sound like Texas, like that year when Arkansas and Texas played baseball, and Texas went and had all the country club fix-ins during the rain delay. Van Horn talked. It was at the College World Series.
Back in my day.
Country club in it, and we were over there just ready to get back out there and play.
Back in my day, you went out, you stayed out till 3 or 4 in the morning, you got up, you slammed a drink, you went to the stadium.
You answered
You're playing
the
Texas.
bell,
You answered
Chuck.
the bell.
That's what you did.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
Now I got to get another drink in. I got to have breakfast. Yeah. I got to go have brunch before we go to the game.
I didn't say anything about brunch.
I was home at 10:30 last night. I didn't want to be out with all the wild people.
Dave is in Fort Smith. Dave, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, guys, I really enjoy your show. Just a couple of comments and one question, if I may. First of all, Bo, you can smoke and go to church. It's not going to hurt you.
I agree 100%.
Secondly, smoking will not send you to hell, contrary to what some people think.
I also agree with that. What else?
Already been there.
I agree.
The other comment I had is if you want to constantly have a broken heart, all you got to do is be a Razorback fan, a Cowboys fan, and a St. Louis Cardinals fan. You're not going to be very happy, hardly at all.
They'll drive you to smoking, that's for sure.
That's right.
All right, thanks,
Dave.
Yeah, and even more. Could I have a question, please?
Sure, yeah, fire away.
Hey, I heard on the other day one of the guys that was on the recruiting shows was going on about a 2-star guy, that receiver from San Diego State or somewhere that we were recruiting. My question is, why in the world are we recruiting 2-star athletes when everybody else is getting 4- and 5-star athletes? Maybe that's why we can't compete with some of these guys.
I don't know anything about that. And just because a guy was a 2-star coming out of high school doesn't mean he's not a good college player somewhere else. I understand where you're coming from. I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that, to be honest.
I mean, at the end of the day, and Deion Sanders talked about this in his news conference this week, and it's all over social media about, everyone talks like NFL draft time. Who won the draft? Nobody comes back and does the research on so-and-so won the draft, and that led to a Super Bowl season or a playoff season. And we get all excited about rankings and what a roster looks like before you actually see it play, and that's all you have to talk about, recruiting rankings and all that. Particularly in football, it's fit, need, all of these things. And I get, like, if you're getting all the top-ranked players – that you really feel good about that. That's Arkansas basketball right now. But it's not the end-all, be-all. That stuff, every coach will be determined with his win-loss record and the ultimate results, not all the things that we judge, and it's in a moment. And by the way, same thing with the college football playoff rankings. They absolutely are a joke right now. They're a joke. But will they be a joke at the end? That's what's going to matter. How once everybody plays the games, they're going to take some of that out of the selection committee's hands, just by nature of winning and losing. And let's see what we have to complain about then. 8:45. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We just really appreciate all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show. Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, we understand the importance of those moments. That's why we offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find the perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Did you know the CDC reports as many as 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from sleep disorders? The more severe condition is called obstructive sleep apnea, and if left untreated, can increase the risk of death by 17%. It can also lead to conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, heart condition, and stroke. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options, and thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies provided by one of our own Arkansas surgeons, Dr. Scotty Bolding, there are alternative treatments that may eliminate the need to wear CPAP every night. Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better. Call Dr. Bolding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Now is the time to join Hogs Plus, the Netflix for Razorback fans.
Arkansas wins it. Here they come.
Documentaries, exclusive interviews,
people everywhere, and then next thing you know, it's just everybody's packed.
Insider access, and an incredible library of films.
Arkansas leads it by 3.
A membership like no other.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
Oh, you're giving me goosebumps now.
Start your free trial today at hogsplus.com.
The Chuck and Bo Show. I don't know what odd time is for you, but yeah, you got here before the show started.
Whatever. Hey, have you ever seen anyone that takes so much pride in being the first one here?
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
Looking for a healthcare provider that truly listens to you? At Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, their team of nurse practitioners offer personalized healthcare with their in-house labs. Get fast results. Elite Wellness goes beyond just treating symptoms. Their holistic approach addresses the root causes of your well-being. Whether it's preventative care, illness, or exploring natural treatments, your health journey begins with Elite Wellness and Aesthetics. Call 479-242-9355 for your appointment or visit FortSmithElite.com. Elite Wellness and Aesthetics, getting to know you inside and out.
Catch
Catch your wife kissing Santa Claus, whose real name is Bobby from down the street? Want to know your rights in a divorce, custody, child support case? I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call me today to discuss your options. Start the new year off with a new lease on life for you, and let Santa have her. Mock Legal Solutions, 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus!
Ty Richardson, we're live here at First Financial Mortgage. I'm here with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know I probably texted you 100 times during this process, man. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily, you did.
Yeah, Ty. It was always great working with you. Glad we could help you get closed. A good loan officer is someone who can answer questions after hours, before hours, and be available when you're needed. We get pre-qualifications in, get buyers pre-qualified so they can search for homes and get them closed quick. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I don't give a damn what you guys think about anything. I mean, I really don't. I wear your scoring like a badge of honor. So just get
About
used to
anything.
it. That's right.
Man.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck and Bo Show is brought to you in part by Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you're buying or selling a home, nobody in the area knows your situation better, because here's the deal. You're going to have a great line of communication. They're going to listen to you about what your needs are, whether you're buying or selling a home. They're going to help you get into the home of your dreams, or if you're selling your home, they're going to help you get the price you want for your home. You need someone on your side of the table that understands everything about the real estate business, and that's what you're going to get with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Northwest Arkansas, Washington, and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978.
7 o'clock tip tonight. Arkansas hosting a 2-0 Troy team. They should win. I think they're a 13-point favorite, 12.5-point favorite. By the way, the football game has gone from 16.5 to 13. Arkansas now under a 2-touchdown underdog, where they were pushing a 3-score underdog
Changes
situation.
everything, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Changes everything.
heavy money coming in on the side of the Hogs.
Syndicate money. That big syndicate money
well,
that always moves the line.
I'm excited about
Bart's
the show.
friends.
I'm excited about the show tomorrow. I'm also excited about the show on Friday because Zach will take us inside the casino, inside the sports book, and tell us what's been happening with that.
Bart
line.
will tell us how to get rich.
And then Bart's got to get off the schneid, man. He's gone. He's had back-to-back losing weeks.
Yeah.
He needs a bye week.
He does.
By the way,
he basically took one.
By the
He's
way,
basically taken 2 weeks off.
You were talking about Bart and the Taylor Swift concert and all that, and how Bart takes time off. He asked me the other day. He's out of the studio, so I can talk about this.
Yeah. He's talking behind his back.
Hey, he wants to take a long weekend to go just see the Rockefeller tree in New York.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Long weekend?
Yeah. It's like, can I just go up there and take in the holiday spirit, the holiday cheer? He didn't say that, but I'm anticipating this might happen.
I think there's a big Hallmark Film Festival coming up too.
Ooh,
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They
don't do those.
Marathon.
They don't do those in Vegas. They do those in like Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pigeon Forge. A Pigeon Forge Christmas.
Yeah. Edward, what are the Kentucky people saying? What's happening? Kentucky fans are on our social accounts?
It's really good timing because we just got a live comment on our video stream on
Can you
Facebook.
turn your mic up just a little bit? I hate to add to what all is going on over there. But
1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Keep going. Yeah.
Good timing because on Facebook we just got a Kentucky fan in our comments saying that we're going to lose to Troy.
Wow.
So that is live.
Okay.
That is live reaction. And on our TikTok, there's nothing that gets us more engagement than posting something about Cal. We don't even mention Kentucky. And the fans flood into our comments. So we put out a clip yesterday about getting Malik Thomas, big news, #1 shooting guard in the country. And we have 91 comments, and 91% of them are Kentucky fans just dogging on Cal.
Wow.
And he gets the top recruits. So I'll read some. Stop me if you want to comment on
Just
them.
give us a couple.
But this is our comment
Give us the
section
the best jilted
TikTok,
lover comments.
Cal is the best coach there is at doing less with more.
Oh, yeah.
UK has a better class next year than Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Objectively false.
Yeah.
He recruited like this at Kentucky, but never could show up in March.
Never.
Never. It's like
he
only won one national championship.
He's 7th on the all-time list of Final Four appearances by a coach.
Happened at Kentucky just about every year while he was there. One championship out of all that talent.
Right. And again, Bill Self has won 2 natties in 21 years. John Calipari won 1 in 15 at Kentucky. There were 14 years separating Bill Self's national championships. You don't hear that stuff about Self.
I like Mark Pope a lot. I think he's a great guy, but they'll turn on him a lot sooner than they turned on Cal.
Eat you alive.
Watch.
Place will eat you alive.
They will.
And they're, actually, they're just showing, like from a third-party observation, they're just showing why you wouldn't want to go there, why you wouldn't want to coach there, why you wouldn't want to stick around there.
Well, Cal's the one that said he's talking about Scott Drew. Why would you want to jump into this Hornets nest? I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Chuck, I know you're going to call a great game today.
I hope so.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to come down there and say hi to you.
Great. I look forward to that,
I'm going to wait till people are watching.
There's a sense of pride when it comes to things built in our state, and you can add Flyway Brewing to the list. A craft brewery with roots in North Little Rock dating back to 2013, with popular flavors like Blue Wing Berry Wheat Ale, the Honeybird Blonde, and